favorite ship. And that connection is where the line between history and
Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are back at it again with some more Musume lore. Now this video is made by Glaive Kyo, and so if you guys do have time, go check out their channel, go subscribe, comment, do all that amazing stuff. But this video is also called The Best Girl of Musume, MCQUEEN. And yeah, without further ado, let's lock in and enjoy the show. Teo?
Yeah. Oh, look at these two.
Scandal! The grandpa and the grandson.
In the past, the story was a more or less finished product.
Also, hold up. That fucking scene is funny as fuck. Hold up.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two.
And then they doing the famous Titanic pose.
All right.
Cuteness. And bro just leaves McQueen there.
What makes a modern
Classic
legend
Goshi.
endure? In the past, the story was a more or less finished product. It was written, filmed, and painted, and it existed as a static monument to a moment in time. Well, today,
Hold up. I gotta pay respects.
it was written, filmed, and painted, and it existed as a static monument.
Praise the Agnes Takyon.
To a moment in time. Well, today, the story is rarely
damn.
finished when its creators are done with it. In the age of the internet, a legend is a living conversation. The source material provides the starting point, but the character's meaning is also forged by the massive creative and sometimes chaotic community that
Cuteness. McQueen, baby!
grows around it. There are a few better examples of this phenomenon than a character from the world of Musume, a franchise where the spirits of Japanese racehorses are reborn as anime girls, destined to run again. On the surface,
Also, I want to remind everybody, this video is like 7 months old. That is so crazy to think about, man. For me, personally, it felt like only like 2 months ago when I got into like Musume, but dude, it's actually been like that. It's been so freaking long. It is insane.
MCQUEEN is the picture of
Musume
a poised,
McQueen.
aristocratic young woman from a prestigious
In a way, this was the one time genuinely I felt so freaking bad for Goldship.
family. A queen
Bro is so fucking scared, and then we got Agema-san cheering at the background over here. And then once bro sees a food truck, calls out to McQueen, you know what happens next. Damn.
figure who seems to float above
Respects
the
to
fray.
the goal
Her
sheet.
immense and lasting popularity, however, goes far beyond a nice design or a compelling story. She is a perfect
Also,
case
how come my FP looking like that? Now, I do have 1080p on. Okay.
study in how a modern icon is forged from three
I'll give him a send right there, bro. Perfect
distinct
freaking
interconnected
example.
layers. First, there is the bedrock of history, the real racehorse, a Hall of Fame legend, whose triumphs and tragedies provide the entire story with its dramatic weight. And then there is the masterful adaptation, the fictional character who translates that history into a person with real emotional depth. And finally, there is the endless reinterpretation by the fandom, the community that keeps her
Wait, what? What the fuck is this, bro? Oh my gosh. This I have never seen. This I have seen before. But this, what the fuck, dude?
The community that keeps her story alive, turning her into a living, breathing part of their culture. To truly understand the character, we have to unpack all three of those layers. And that means we have to start where her story began. Not in an animation studio, but on a real racetrack. With the
Dude, I so missed this duo. I missed this duo on Pretty Derby Season 3. And now, obviously, it is more catered towards Kita-san Black and Satono Diamond. But I don't know, man. This I just miss the dynamic of these two. Just kind of like somewhat fooling around.
Let's get into it. So, to really understand why this character has such a hold on people, you have to look past the anime and start with the source code, the blueprint. And that blueprint begins not with a horse, but with a place, Mejiro Farm. Now, in the world of horse racing, most farms breed horses and then sell them to owners. Mejiro Farm did things differently. They were what is known as an owner breeder. Basically, they bet on themselves. They raised their own horses, kept own—
Hold up. Mejiro Family 3, Amazon Warrior, Mejiro Hiryo. This is the first time I'm hearing about Mejiro Hiryo. Hello, Mami Ramonu, 1983 to 2005. Then we got Mejuro Ardan, Mejuro Eagle, Mejuro Saman, Mejuro Chaser, Sherelle over here, Mejuro Asama, Mejuro Titan. Oh, okay, that is actually freaking cool. Mejuro Titan, Mejuro Palma. This, for the people who do not know, is the best friend of baby girl Wei. Alright? And then here we got Mejuro Ryan McQueen, Mejuro Bright, okay, Mejuro Dober, which I believe is still alive today. I think the oldest Mejuro bloodline as of right now, yeah. And then we got Point Flag, Gold Ship, baby!
Ownership and race them under their own name. It is a high-risk, high-reward strategy. If the horse is a dud, you eat the entire cost. But if it wins, you get all the glory and all the prize money. This business model created a specific kind of pride, a self-reliant, almost aristocratic identity built entirely on producing homegrown champions. When you see the Mejuro
And bro,
family
like, they are producing they were producing insane results back then, dude. They were.
anime with their sense of collective honor and legacy. That is not fiction. It is a direct translation of the real-world farm's ethos. But this real-world story has a tragic postscript. The Mejuro farm no longer exists. It was hit by a perfect storm in the late 90s. A widespread economic downturn, the overwhelming dominance
Wait,
of a
let me just read that real quick. Hold up. In the mid of late 1990s, foreign horses such as Lakota Pass and Grasswater began to sweep Japanese horse racing, and Sunday of Silence, offspring, the so-called Shadai, which began in 1995, made a great success, and race were mainly produced in Japan, and their own lineage, Mejuro, which has been produced, has gone down the path of decline.
the overwhelming dominance of a new powerful bloodline called Sunday Silence that they
I have to do it, bro. Every single time. Either Sunday Silence or the one, the only Stay Gold makes an appearance. I always
compete with. And
make
as
it known.
if a financial crisis and a genetic tidal wave weren't enough, the universe decided to throw in a volcano for a good measure. And you might think this is a metaphor, but no, it is an actual volcano because a nearby eruption damaged the property. And that was that, I guess. This history isn't usually spelled out in the show, but it hangs
Cuteness,
in the background.
chibi
It
forms.
gives the fictional character's quest to uphold the Mejuro name in a
Nani the fuck is this? Yo, and we got baby girl right shower down here.
sense of quiet, noble urgency. They aren't just running for glory, they are running against obsolescence. And Mejuro McQueen was born to be the peak of that ambition. His family tree was meticulously planned for greatness. His father was a Tenno winner. His grandsire was the respected
Hold up. Do I know anyone here? Blue-eyed Momo, Mern, Sinons, Pan Barley Corn. Okay, never mind. Yo, what are these names? Dude, Sweet 16 is crazy.
Mejuro Asama, his mother, Mejuro Aurora, even produced
Mejuro
another major
Aurora.
champion. This was a bloodline steeped in purpose, one that traces all the way back into
Whoa. Okay, that is interesting. Origins of the racehorse, the 3 founding bloodlines. Ah, damn, what were they again? I forgot. There's one that's like, I think actually there's 2 that's like Arabian in their names. And then there's the one that has a sort of like, I think dolphin something. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have the exact names off the top of my head like that.
a British mare named Astonishment, imported to Japan in the early 20th century. He wasn't just a horse, he was a product of a generational plan. But a pedigree is just potential,
very
you know what I'm
cool.
saying? It has to be proven on the track. So between 1990 and 1993, Mejuro McQueen established himself as one of Japan's greatest stayers. A stayer is a specialist in long-distance running, and we are talking about grueling races, 3,000, even 3,200 meters. He is also what is
Now,
known
another
as a
example of this is rice shower, and I believe also was it the Goo Goo Mommy Super Creek. I believe she's also a stayer.
Maturing horse, meaning his greatness wasn't immediate. He had to grow into his power, which makes his career feel earned. And earn it he did. Over his career, he brought
Major wins: Kikoka Sho, Hanshin Daishoten, Tenno Sho Spring, Kyoto Daishoten, Osaka High, Takarazuka Kinen, awards JRA awards for Best Older Male Horse honors, Japan Racing Association Hall of Fame, 1994. Last updated on 8 October 2017.
in over
Okay.
1 billion yen. His story on the track is defined by 3 key moments.
1 billion yen is
First,
crazy,
his peak.
but guess what? The grandson can lose that just like that. But times 12.
Winning the grueling Tenno Show back-to-back, a historic achievement that cemented him as the king of long-distance running. Second, the controversy. In 1991, he ran a perfect race in the Tenno Show Autumn, crossed the finish line first, and was then
Interesting.
disqualified for interference. The ultimate what-if. He won, but
How do you get disqualified in interference if you're the one on first place like that? Maybe blocking another horse? Oh my goodness, that's weird. Over 1,700 meters on the 1990 Hanshin race course, he was being... Wait. In September, on 4 November at Kyoto race course, he recorded his first major... first appearance... Turf course in Kyoto. Tenno Show over 3,200 win drop. And scores over second place by Major Ryan after a close. Sorry, I'm taking super long to read this, but I kind of like want to just check out the actual lore and shit because this is a lore video. But yeah, just saying. He was disqualified in wait. The latter race, however, he was disqualified and placed last of the 18 runners he had been drawn. Several horses went jockeying inside rail just after the start. He put up down. Two races, dude. Damn, bro. But you what? Okay, good. Yo, imagine being restricted and then taking the W on both. Major McQueen's 1992 campaign was restricted to 2 races, but he won them both. He began to talk. He began by talking the Hanshin Daishoten, taking the Hanshin Daishoten for the second successive year on 26 April 2 at Kyoto. He followed up his 1991 success by winning at the Spring Tennis Show for a second time. Injury problem kept the horse off. Damn. And I'm gonna guess it says the somewhat injury that sort of like happened in the anime. After an absence from return. Yep. Okay. Record time of 2 minutes and 3 seconds. His attempt to winning on unprecedented third edition of the Spring Tennis Show narrowly failed as he finished second of the 15 runners behind Rush Hour on 13 June at Hanshin. He won the Takarazuka at the second attempt, the record his 4th grade 1 success. He returned in October to win a second Kyoto Daishoten in a record time of 2 minutes 22.7 in what proved to be his final start.
Autumn crossed the finish line first and was then disqualified for interference. The
yeah, this was the one that's like mentioned on the sort of like middle part of that
ultimate
whole
what if. He won,
thing.
but he didn't. And third, the unthinkable defeat in 1993. He was poised to make history with a 3rd consecutive Tenno Show win. He was the overwhelming favorite, but he lost. He was defeated by a horse named Rice Shower. And to make the moment,
Anybody who slanders on Rice Shower, your ass getting cooked, okay? You are gonna get cooked.
definitive, Rice Shower didn't just win. He shattered the track record. It wasn't a fluke. It was the definitive crushing end of an era. Which, if you want me to talk about Rice Shower, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below. But let's continue. I think still, his status was undeniable. He was named Japan's best older male horse. And shortly after retiring, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. His legend was secure. His story, however, does not end with his racing
Loki,
career.
her name is actually
Upon retirement
to
to the
say.
prestigious Jedi Stallion Station, his influence actually grew. While he had successful children, his most profound genetic mark came as a damsire, a maternal
Golshi?
grandfather. It was through his daughters that his legacy found a second life. He became the patriarch of a new golden family, including the brilliant brothers Orphever and Dream Journey, and most famously, the chaotic,
famous one.
mercurial fan favorite, Goroshipu. And that connection is where the line between
Peak.
history and fiction begins to get very interesting. So right now we have the historical blueprint, an epic story of triumph, tragedy,
Also, yes, I have been somewhat slacking on the Uma Musume winning live concerts, but I will try to get them, I will try to react to more when I can.
and lasting legacy. But the question for the creators of Uma Musume was, how do you translate that into a character? A living, breathing 2D anime girl that an audience can connect with? Well, you start with the design. In Majiro McQueen,
Is this baby girl Suzuka in a swimsuit? Damn. Damn. Now, unlike some people, I don't have the funds, okay, to be putting money on the game to actually acquire these suits. Now, would I love to? I would definitely fucking love to, dude. Cause damn, look at their fucking drip. Look at their fits, man. Even gold ship. Holy,
case,
she got the
her
mommy
design is
vibe on her
basically a
there.
condensed narrative. Every choice has a reason. The real horse was a gray, meaning his coat gradually whitened as he aged. So the character's uniform is a striking black and white. It is a direct, clever visual nod. The elegant white frills are even
Cuteness.
said to represent the storied Mijiro family lineage itself. The whole outfit
Really?
is regal, almost palatatial, which reflects her queenly name.
Okay, I'm sorry, but these are somewhat big words for me as a, well, first off, I want to say this. I want to say this. My first language is not English. So just saying that out there. So a good amount of words sometimes just fucking fly over my head. Just want to say that.
And the armband she wears is an explicit symbol of her immense pride in carrying
Now,
that
do I
name.
try
It is
to
all there
broaden
before
my
she even says
vocabulary?
a word.
Yeah,
This attention
I
to
do.
detail extends from her design right into her personality. On the surface, she is the perfect Ojou-sama. That is a common archetype
Ojou-sama. Now that definitely I can get
in
behind.
Japanese media. Basically a high-class noble lady. She speaks with an incredibly formal pronoun.
一線を画す走り
Oh my gosh, dude. And then Date Alive, White Queen. Okay, bruh. Hold up. Who else do I know here? No. Obviously, Major McQueen, Yuki for sure I know. Loving Yamada, nah, I don't think I've seen that. Eromanga Sensei, I've seen when I was a wee little weeb, okay? And this one I have for sure checked out. Gabriel Dropout. Date Live for sure. Oh, that is crazy. Dude, from Major McQueen to Siphon. Oh my gosh, dude, from Monster Girl Doctor. If you don't know, if you haven't watched that show, fucking insane. And then La Folia. Oh my gosh, dude, this anime, it's been a minute since I checked it out. Strike the Blood. Personally, it started out great, but then as it kept on going, I don't know why, but I just didn't kind of like watch up until the very end. I did watch a good chunk of it though. And then Kaori from Ariforeta Akari Fukui. I did watch this one, but his personal take, it was mid. That's my personal take. It is mid. I know a good amount of people did enjoy it, but this is just my opinion. Shikimori. Oh my gosh. Baby girl Shikimori as well. Then we got Danmachi Eyes, Ereri, Seikano or Saikano. I've watched it, but I have I don't know how to say that. I don't
お見せしますわ。
She has impeccable table manners. She enjoys a proper afternoon tea. She is, by all accounts, the picture of
elegant.
elegance, Desua. And if that's all she was,
Desua.
she would be pretty boring, I think. Or maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, her real appeal comes from the contrast, the immediate subversion of that perfect image. Because underneath all that poise, she has a massive, all-consuming weakness for sweets. Parfaits, cakes,
Nani?
cookies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can be sweet.
Glaive Keo. Simply Rudolph would be proud. Simply Rudolph would be proud. Oh, dude, I freaking love these videos, man.
Surprisingly gullible, easily convinced.
Hold up, let me run that back. Let me run that back. And then we got McQueen turning around with a crowbar.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can be sweet.
Noise. Noise.
She is also surprisingly gullible.
One of the
easily
reasons why I
convinced
love
of
Glaive Keo videos, man. Just the comedic aspects of it. The jokes at times just hit so fucking perfectly.
most ridiculous things. This duality is what makes her so endearing. There is no better example of this than a little detail from the game's story. She has, on occasion, woken herself up from a deep sleep by yelling, quote, "Let's kick some ass." It is a hilarious, perfect contradiction to
Dude, that's crazy because her whole persona, her whole character is her being an Ojou-sama and then being this very elegant character and then let's kick some ass in her dreams. It's
her
crazy.
refined public image, and it shows you everything you need to know about who she really is. The most celebrated part of her story, the part that forms the emotional core of the entire franchise for many, is her relationship with Tokai Teo. It is a dynamic so well
makes
realized
sense.
that it is often cited by critics as one of the best written relationships in modern anime. It starts as a classic sports rivalry and evolves into a profound bond of mutual salvation when both of them suffer devastating, career-threatening injuries. The anime is unflinching in how it adapts the
Been a minute since I checked out season 2 and let me tell you, that shit stuck in here, okay? It is stuck in here. The trauma. Just when you thought, when you were in a safe episode in which they are just having fun, doing some slice of life things, doing cute things, the next episode, they cook the living shit out of you. They will. They do.
tragedy of McQueen's real-life career end, specifying her leg injury as a degenerative condition. That means it is an unstoppable decay, not a simple break that could heal with time. It is a doctor telling her, "You will never race again." Her emotional breakdown that follows, this complete shattering
And like,
of her
dude, the way they conveyed that in season 2, bro, and like her, laying there in the track, rain pouring down, her bawling her eyes out, dude, that just hits so much.
usually composed facade is one
Like
of
I
the
told
most
you,
powerful
that
moments
season 2
in
is
the
still stuck in
series.
here.
It is the pain of an elite athlete whose own body has betrayed her. While that story is her most famous, her importance is felt across the entire franchise. In the prequel manga Starting Gate, she is portrayed as the flawless, idealized benchmark that her stablemate
Interesting.
Mijiro Ryan is constantly trying to live up to. In the video game, the main story for the entire first act literally begins with her debut. It is not just the
Also,
character
happy birthday to the fatty, affectionately, of course. Oh my gosh, dude. Yesterday I posted it. Oh, dude, it's so freaking cute.
She is a cornerstone. All of this, the design, the personality, the
Onigiri
drama,
kappa.
is built on adapting known history. The true masterstroke of the writers, the most brilliant piece of creative translation, is a relationship built on a piece of history almost no one would know. I am talking about her dynamic with Goldship. To understand it, you need to know three things. First, the real-world anecdote, the famously calm Mijiro McQueen was stabled next to a notoriously difficult or obstreperous
dude, he's so
American
cute.
stallion named Sunday Silence, and McQueen's presence reportedly had a significant calming influence on the volatile horse. Second, the lineage. In the Uma Musume world, the chaotic character Goldship is the fictional granddaughter
Oh, dude. Pedigree of Gold Ship. Grey Coat 2009. Sunday Silence. Golden Sash. Mijiro McQueen. Pastoralism. Okay. And then we got Point Flag and then Stay Gold. The MC of the verse, man. Stay Gold. Hold up though. In here we got Halo, Wishing Well, Dictus, Highness Sash, Major Titan, Major Aurora, Pluralism, Tokuno 80. I don't remember. Okay. I'm trying to like look some names up, but I don't see them here.
Of Sunday Silence. She inherits his
Northern
wild,
Taste,
unpredictable
Canada.
temperament.
Canada
while Sunday
mentioned,
Silence
baby.
himself is intentionally kept as mysterious, off-screen legend. So third, the connection. The writers needed to
Let's
explain
go!
Goldship's chaotic nature without actually showing her legendary grandsire. They performed an ingenious act of narrative substitution, taking all of Sunday Silence nature.
I think I've seen like a clip somewhere in which case Goldship tries to act and sounds like McQueen.
And giving them directly to his granddaughter Goldship. The
I
result
see.
is that the entire beloved, hilarious dynamic we see in the show, the unpredictable agent of chaos constantly pulling pranks on the perpetually exasperated queen, isn't random.
That
It is a
fits
perfect
so
mirror
well.
of the real-life stable dynamic of their progenitors. It is a deep-cut historical joke, and it is a work of absolute genius. It is this level of care that shows how the series uses history as a source of true creative inspiration, going beyond the simple facts. So we have the historical foundation,
The
we have
gold
the
sheet.
meticulous creative adaptation, that is the official story. But in the modern
Convict
era,
Mission.
that is only 2/3 of the picture. The third, and in some ways most dynamic, layer of a character's legacy is built by the audience. Instead of passively consuming a
that's
character
true.
like Mijiro McQueen, the community actively participates in her story. They interpret, expand, and sometimes completely subvert the original text. They become co-authors. One of the primary ways communities explore a character's relationships is through shipping, which is just, the fan practice of pairing up characters. With McQueen, the landscape is dominated by two major pairings, and each one acts as a distinct lens for understanding who she is. First, you have a relationship with Tokai Teiyo.
Okay, that makes sense. McQueen, oh dude, cuteness.
This is the pairing that engages with her story.
Oh yeah, this is the motherfucking trap episode, dude. I'm not gonna spoil it for the people that are gonna be checking it out, but this is the freaking trap episode. Ah, damn. Yeah, I don't even want to say more because for the people that have not watched the season 2.
On its own terms. It takes
I don't want
the
to spoil
deep,
anything.
emotional, and often painful drama from the anime's second season and expands on it. The fan works here are overwhelmingly about that canonical connection, the mutual support, the shared suffering,
Yo,
the loyalty.
Goku.
This
No,
is
no,
the
that
lens fans use.
that shit should have been Zoro.
The shared suffering, the loyalty. This is the lens fans use to explore McQueen as a serious, dramatic protagonist. And then you have Goldship. This pairing operates on a completely different axis. This is the lens used to deconstruct her. It is almost entirely defined by chaotic humor and the classic opposites attract trope. The dynamic is always
And
the
dude,
same.
I love the
Goldship
fact that he's showing us all of these clips.
something wild and unpredictable, and the dignified McQueen is her exasperated but often secretly intrigued target. The real-world bloodline of grandfather.
No. So sometimes she does kind of play it off, though. She does kind of play with Goldship.
Father and grandson only adds a layer of transgressive, forbidden humor that the fandom absolutely runs with. This is the space where her fans take her canonical dignity and gleefully throw it out the window. The fact that both of these ships are
Diabolical, dude.
immensely popular shows the character's incredible narrative flexibility. The community is sophisticated enough to engage with her on two parallel levels simultaneously.
Hey, yo, she ready. Look at how shocked McQueen
As a
is.
serious heroine or as a comedic relief, fan engagement
Guess who's in that locker?
and also thrives in the beautiful chaotic worlds of
Nice.
memes. You have the simplest
Okay, Loki. I don't know if it's just me being crazy, but like, I'm imagining myself having a locker and having a Goldship picture just plastered on that shit inside of it.
most enduring piece of fan creativity. The low-hanging fruit that was so obvious, it became iconic. The simple visual pun that merges her with a certain animated race car. It is a testament to her name recognition that after all this complex history and deep emotional storytelling, sometimes all it takes is just one look and, you know, ka-chow. So when we look at the complete picture, the real horse, the fictional character, and the community that surrounds her, it becomes clear that Mijiro McQueen isn't a popular character, she is something more. She's a cultural nexus point. This is a technical way of saying she's a meeting point, a place of where three distinct, powerful forces converge to create something new. First, you have the force of history. The story of the real racehorse provided the entire narrative with a foundation of authenticity and dramatic weight. The triumphs, the heartbreaks, the rivalries, they were real, giving her story stakes that you can't invent from scratch. Second, you have the force of adaptation. The writers and designers took that raw history and masterfully translated it into a character.
Exactly, dude. And like the way they did depict that in the anime, all I can say is it's so wonderfully done. And like the fact that they could translate that and like literally touch the fucking viewer's heart and like make them understand, make them feel something while watching it. They are a master of their craft, man.
With emotional depth and compelling multifaceted personality. They gave the legend a face, a voice, and a heart. The third, you have the force of the fandom. The community took that character and gave her continuous life, reinterpreting her, expanding on her story, and ensuring her eternal relevance through their own creativity. Ultimately, her enduring popularity is no accident. It is a testament to a powerful formula, a deep and genuine respect for history, combined with imaginative and meticulous storytelling, all fostered within a creative and passionate community. She represents a new kind of modern legend, one that honors the past while being continuously co-authored by the present. Her story isn't a static monument, it is a living document that continues to be written. But anyways, that is all from me. If you like that video,
big W to Glaive Kyo once again. And yeah, if you guys do have time, go check out their channel, go subscribe, do that, all that amazing stuff. But yeah, man, overall thoughts of this video, this Mijiro McQueen lore video. I enjoyed it. And again, the comedic aspects of times, dude, I freaking enjoy and love those. And like the lore in itself and how everything kind of ties in with the community, with the actual history coming all together into this horse, dude. It's so freaking great. But yeah, that is going to be it from me. If you guys enjoyed my reaction to this, comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next one.